Hey there, how is everyone doing this afternoon? I just thought I would jump on here real quick and give some little known tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call it, about fruits and vegetables. I am challenging my friends this week to try and get as many vegetables in their diet. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, bonus is a snack, and desserts. Yes, I put my vegetables in my brownies and my shakes, and it's delicious, by the way. But there are some things that we need to do to make sure we're getting the most out of our vegetables. So if you are new around these parts, my name is Lainey Stumpf, and my jam is to help the people that I love look better and feel better and have more energy by making better choices with the foods they eat and the products that they use. And so the foods we're going to be talking about today are fruits and vegetables. So, did you know that not all fruit continues to ripen after it has been picked, but pears do? So those pears keep ripening, and you need to store them on the counter. And by doing that, you're going to increase certain levels of antioxidants in those pears, which is amazing. If you purchase them when they're firm, like I said, store them on the counter. And if you want to speed up that process, here's a tip. Put a banana in with them, because the bananas release an enzyme that actually causes the fruit to ripen quicker. So that's super amazing. So if you're trying to see if that pear is ripe, push on the neck a little bit, and if it gives in, then you know your pear is ready to go. All right, mushrooms. Did you know that your mushrooms need a suntan? So what you want to do is, before you cook your mushrooms, don't store them in the fridge. Go put them out on the porch, is what I do, or in a sunny window, and that actually increases the level of vitamin D in your mushrooms. And that level will continue even if you cook them. So don't suntan them and then stick them back in the fridge, but give them a good suntan and then cook them up, and then store those cooked ones in the fridge. Just do them in big batch. It's so much easier. Bananas. Are you not ready to make banana bread right away? You know how the bananas just go real quick? So what you need to do is plastic wrap around the stem of your banana. So that will keep them from going brown so fast. All right, tomatoes. The beauty about tomatoes is all the nutrients that are actually contained in the skin. So if you choose small tomatoes, you have more skin. And one of the things that's in there is lycopene. And lycopene is incredible because it reduces your risk for cancer, and it keeps your skin from burning, or it actually has properties that keep your skin beautiful, and reduces damage from the sun, reduces your risk for stroke and heart disease. So yay, lycopene. Okay, so that's in tomatoes. Don't store your tomatoes in the fridge if you want to keep that lycopene in those tomatoes. They double the amount of lycopene if they are kept out on the counter. Lycopene also is hard for you to receive through raw tomatoes. You want to cook them in order to be able to make that lycopene available for your body. So keep them on the counter and cook them before you eat them. What about your potatoes? You know me, not a huge potato fan unless it's a sweet potato, but if you've got a few white potatoes lying around, if you store your potatoes with apples, it will keep the potatoes from sprouting. What about leafy greens, dark leafy greens? They will actually be better for you if you are a little rough with them. Before you store them in your fridge, rip them up a little bit. And what that does is those plants are actually going to try to heal themselves and therefore release more nutrients for you to eat. So isn't that incredible? So you want to tear them up a little bit before you stick them in the fridge. Now, watermelon. Most people come home, I know my husband does this all the time. They bring a watermelon home, and you want it chilled, right? Because watermelon tastes better when it's cold. So they stick the watermelon in the fridge. Well, before it's cut, it's actually better to store that watermelon out on the counter. That increases the potency of its antioxidants and other nutrients. So the lycopene, just like I talked about in the tomatoes, the lycopene increases by 40% in the watermelon if you do not refrigerate it before cutting it. And the level of beta carotene, which is what we always hear about with carrots, increases by 140% if it's stored out on the counter. Now, after you chop it up, store that in the fridge. But beforehand, when it's just sitting there, a big old hunkin' watermelon, keep it on the counter. All right, garlic, one of my favorite things to cook with. But garlic needs a break, literally. After you crush garlic, you want to let it rest for 10 minutes. And it's better to crush the garlic than to chop it. And the reason why is because when you crush it, it releases an enzyme in it that is usually just trapped within the cells of the plant. And this enzyme releases other boost level of health promoting compounds. And that takes 10 minutes to reach its peak. So crush your garlic and go do your laundry. And that your garlic not only tastes good, but it's actually going to be better for you. And finally, last tip of the day, celery. This one's kind of interesting, but if you take your celery and then wrap it in aluminum foil, it will stay fresher longer. Have you ever gone to the fridge to get celery and it's like, right? I always forget it's even in there. It always gets shoved under other stuff, and by the time it comes out, I don't want to eat it. Wrap it in aluminum foil and your celery stays fresher longer. Bam! So, some easy tips so that way you can buy your veggies, enjoy your veggies, get the most out of your veggies, so that way they can do the most for you. Have a fantastic day. Please feel free to share this video so everyone can enjoy the veggie love, and I will be talking to you again soon. Bye!